Hey there everyone, it's Jordan here, and we're back with more Broken Sword. Now, when we last left off, I was kind of stuck on something, but after thinking about it for a while, there was something I don't think I've tried that could have worked. It's back at the police station. I remember we talked with Nico about the bomber's clothes, so let's get back to this guy.
Hello? Who is this? Mr. Todrick? Oh, it's you again. What now? The man I'm looking for is called Khan. He bought a suit from you, remember? Mr. Khan. Yes, I remember. Yes, I delivered the suit to his hotel. The hotel, I don't remember the room. It was
Fucking
upstairs. The second room.
Alright, we're making progress.
Thanks, Todrick. That's all I wanted to know. Now I've got you, Mr. Clown.
Okay. Hotel Ubu, was it? Yeah, oh, Ubu. Hotel Ubu. And who's this guy?
Excuse me? Yeah?
I don't think the voice suits this guy. And he kind of looks like Bill from Left 4 Dead.
Have you seen a guy dressed as a clown?
No, I ain't. Don't tell me I missed him. Oh, that's too bad. I love the clowns, don't you?
I've seen daytime television that was funnier.
I love it when the little guys get hurt.
That figures.
Custard bites, hose pipe down the pants, then smack, a plank in the kisser.
Okay.
Shake my hand.
Ah,
Oh, rats.
Come on, you poofter. Alright, let's talk about this
Did you
guy.
ever meet a guy called Plantar?
no, I ain't.
You missed your chance. If you're quick, you'll catch him at the coroner's.
Oh, come on, George, that's a bit dark.
Do you happen to know a guy named Khan?
That ain't nobody I know.
See you later.
Not if you see me first.
There's something very suspicious about this guy, but there's something more suspicious about this guy over here in the red suit.
Excuse me? Yeah?
Oh my god, it's Waluigi!
I'm looking for a clown.
Are you trying to be fun?
No, I...
Wee, are you trying to be funny?
There are no clowns here except you.
Okay.
Have you heard of a guy called Plantar?
No, that name means nothing.
Do you know a man by the name of Khan?
No, I don't.
It's very important I get to see him, and
I told you, I don't know.
Waluigi don't know Plantard.
will you shake my hand?
Are you joking? Who knows where it has been?
I'm pretty sure my friends know where my hand's been. A lot.
What does this tissue mean to you?
Are you serious?
Oh yes. Take a good look at the substance it's smeared with.
You are sick. Very sick.
Okay, I think, wait, I didn't notice that guy over there. Who's that? Oh, this... hate to disturb your piano
Hi
playing.
there, ma'am.
Well, hello. What can I do for you?
I'm looking for a man.
You disappoint me, my dear. For one foolish moment I thought... But never mind. Aren't you going to tell me your name?
The George Stobart, ma'am.
How sweet! I once had a stable boy called George. I am Lady Piermont. The common reaction is to kneel and stutter, but it's not obligatory.
A real lady? I mean, you're an honest-to-God aristocrat?
Oh, I don't know about that. Few of my ancestors are honest, not even to God. I can trace my family back to the Normans, but don't let that intimidate you, George.
Oh, I thought she said
Beneath that
Mormons.
impressive pedigree, I'm just flesh and blood. The blood may be blue, but the flesh is the plump beef of old England, so to speak. You appear distracted, George. Is there any way I can help you?
Okay.
Did you know there's a gangster out front?
What makes you think he's a gangster?
The Italian suit and the bulge in his pocket?
I know plenty of men with Italian suits and bulges in their pockets. That doesn't necessarily make them gangsters.
What it makes them, I think is common, but I don't want to know.
Are you here in Paris on vacation?
No, darling, I'm on holiday. I needed to get away after Algy's funeral.
Oh, I didn't realize you were mourning the loss of a loved one.
I'm not. He was my husband.
I'm sorry to hear about your husband's death.
You wouldn't be if you knew him, my dear. It gave me the opportunity to take a well-deserved holiday. Daphne suggested a change of scenery. Paris, she said. A wild romance is just what you need to take your mind off the inquest. Well, the closest I came to romance was being wooed by a drunken Breton chef. I must say I was disappointed with his coq au vin. Not at all what I was expecting. I was thinking of cutting my holiday short, packing my bags and heading back to Hemel Hempstead. That was until last night.
Excuse me.
What happened to you last night?
I was stricken, Mr. Stewart. Cupid's arrow had cleft my bosom.
They couldn't really miss.
It was just as I'd always imagined it should be. The intimacy of candlelight, romantic music tinkling across the room, and then the stranger's glance, those brooding eyes, that suave manner, those tight trousers. He was the man I'd been waiting for all my life.
I'm glad he finally turned up after all these years.
Ah, but it wasn't to be. He was merely toying with my affections. And if I ever catch up
A change of
with him,
expression?
he's dead.
Who was the guy who led you on?
His name is Merlin.
I'm looking for a murderer.
Good heavens! You're a private detective.
That's correct, ma'am.
What's the term you Americans use? It's on the tip of my tongue.
I believe what you're thinking of is Dick.
Precisely.
Yeah, George is a dick.
Have you come across a man who calls himself Khan?
I am familiar with only one person named Khan.
Genghis Khan, the legendary Mongol barbarian chieftain?
No, darling. Kevin.
Kevin Khan? I never heard of it.
I'd be most surprised if you had, darling. He's a pharmacist in Hemel Hempstead. Organizes fundraising for the Rotarians. Lovely man.
Does he have a scar on his cheek?
I really wouldn't know, sweetie.
I just couldn't bring myself to use the buzzer on this deep.
Oh, you poof. Alright, thanks for everything, And who's this guy?
Excuse me, didn't I see your picture in the news? You're that Nobel Prize winner from some unpronounceable Eastern European state.
Yes, that is me, in person.
I don't want to worry you, but have you had any threats on your life? You know, mysterious phone calls, letters made up of headlines cut from the newspaper.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Do you know a guy called Plantar?
I don't know anybody in Paris.
Oh, well, this guy's dead anyhow.
Why do you ask me about dead men? I have seen enough of dead to last me a lifetime.
I'm, sure you have.
Sorry for leaning over, guys. I'm just really tired.
Have you seen a clown?
I beg your pardon?
The clown. A guy in funny pants. Have you seen it?
My pants are from England, Marks and Spencer. They are a pleasure and a comfort to wear, with much support.
I'm real glad to hear that. You know, it's good to know you Nobel Prize winners are human too.
In my country, the people make do with string and egg cartoons.
For pants?
For everything. Oppression is the mother of ingenuity.
Okay.
May I shake you by the hand?
I do not shake the hands of imperialist dogs.
Rude?
That's a real bad attitude problem you've got there. Thanks for your help.
Goodbye.
Alright, you're kind of unpleasant. Alright, I think we go upstairs and...
The door was locked.
You tried knocking?
If the tailor's description was correct, this was the killer's room. The sign on the door read 22. The door was locked.
Try knocking. Alright. Oh, there's the hotel guy.
I want some information.
Who are you? The police?
I'm conducting a private investigation.
Ah, I know only too well what you mean. That is one of the drawbacks of the catering business. When people book into an hotel, they leave their morals at home, no?
Yeah, why not?
I'm looking for a man who dresses like a clown.
This is a highly respectable hotel, monsieur. There are no clowns here.
If you say so. Do you know a man named Clentau?
No, monsieur.
Do you have a guest by the name of Khan?
No, monsieur. Perhaps you would care to check the register.
The man who calls himself Khan has a scar on his right cheek.
Raymond? I tell you, I do not know a man named Khan.
Maybe not, but I noticed a change in his expression when I mentioned the scar.
So, do we press on?
Do you recognize the man in this photograph?
Yes, monsieur. That man is one of our guests.
What name?
I cannot tell you that.
So, Khan is using different names. Okay.
Hey, shake my hand.
I'd rather not, monsieur. I'm still sore from the shock administered by one of the guests. He was secretly concealing an electrical device in the palm of his hand. Practical jokes are so pure.
Yes!
Don't you think?
Oh, yeah.
Why can't it work with me? I'm glad it worked, but it didn't work with me. Whose hand do I have to shake to electrocute someone and possibly kill them? Alright, screw you.
Excusez-moi, monsieur.
What?
You are trying to steal that key, no?
No way. There was no one registered under the name of Khan. If the killer was staying here, he'd used a different pseudonym.
What now, monsieur?
About the key hanging on the hook over there.
Oui, monsieur.
Which room is it for?
Number 21.
Is that room taken?
No. The guests checked out this morning.
I'd like to check into room 21.
That is not possible.
How come? You said it was vacant.
It is reserved for another guest.
It's always something, isn't it?
Rats.
No, monsieur. Dutch.
I love the humor in this game. I don't know why that made me laugh. Okay, shit, I'm stuck. Okay, this is gonna take some exploring, guys. Oh, I need to use the hands, but I don't want to. Alright. Make sure you go upstairs and examine the rows of doors and talk to the clerk about it. Alright. I think there were like a few doors I didn't check out on the left side. Yeah, the left side. But you can't check them out. Alright, let's try this one.
The door was locked.
Let's try the killer's door.
The sign on the door read 22. The door was locked.
What now, monsieur?
I've just been manhandled by a gorilla.
Yes? I do not see any signs of a gorilla.
No, not a real gorilla. It was a guy who looked like a gorilla. It happened right out front of this building.
Let me get this quite clear. Are you complaining or bragging?
I want to know what you can do about it. The scrawny one has a gun.
I suggest you contact the police.
Can't you do anything about them?
What goes on in the streets of Paris is hardly my responsibility.
Aren't you concerned that your guests are being intimidated by gangsters?
No one else has complained, monsieur? Did they steal anything from you?
Well, no. They didn't find what they were looking for.
What was that?
I don't know. I don't think they did either. What do you make of this tool?
Stunning, monsieur. I bet you handle it like a professional.
Do you recognize this red nose?
Non, monsieur.
What do you make of this tissue?
Do you wish me to dispose of it for you, monsieur?
Hey, no! It could be useful. I'm holding on to this.
As you wish, monsieur. Perhaps you would like a little plastic baggie to keep it in?
Nah, it's fine the way it is.
Okay, I suppose we're doing nothing.
Hey, ne touche pas!
Just looking.
Okay, I might have to cut a few bits out for this. Oh. Okay, I promised myself I wouldn't use the hints,
Hello,
but apparently,
George. What can I do for you now?
apparently I have to talk to this thing again.
That gangster I told you about? He went through my pockets just now.
Good heavens! One never knows what to expect in a foreign part. Thank you for the warning, young man. I shall hide my credit cards in my underwear.
Okay.
Would you distract the clerk while I borrow a key?
Are you asking me to aid you in a criminal act, darling?
Oh no! It's the key to an empty room.
And why, may I ask, do you wish to gain access to an empty room? Do you plan to squat?
No, ma'am.
Scouts honor?
I was never in the Boy Scouts, ma'am.
Oh, you should have been. What were your parents thinking of? It's a fine way for a boy to get licked into shape.
Ugh.
Now tell me, why do you want to get into that room?
It's next to the room the killer is using.
What killer?
It's a long story. Do you
I've got to
recognize
show
the
her
man
this
in
photograph.
My God, it's him! That's Merlin!
She represented everything I loved about the English. The lady was totally deranged. Merlin? You mean King Arthur's wizard?
Good heavens, no! Monsieur Merlin is a fellow guest. He's the man I've been telling you about. That's the man who spurned me.
The man you know as Merlin is a fake.
What do you mean, sweetie?
He's a murderer. He also uses the name Khan.
I am shocked, Mr. Stewart.
Why didn't I show her the photograph earlier?
Be a gentleman, a man of honor. You know, I'd rather like to assist you in stitching him up.
That's the beauty of vendettas.
When did you last see Merlin?
It was no more than an hour ago. He came downstairs and spoke to that clerk chappie. Something passed hands. I couldn't see what exactly.
A briefcase?
No, smaller than that. A bundle of papers, perhaps. The clerk put it in the hotel safe and Merlin went out.
Are you sure you saw Merlin putting documents in the safe?
Yes, darling, positive.
I wonder what they were.
Obviously something of great importance.
No kidding.
Yeah. I'd sure like to get my hands on whatever it is. I'll bet they had something to do with Plantel's briefcase.
So it wasn't Plantar's briefcase, it was the contents of said briefcase that were put in the safe, I guess?
Has Merlin returned to the hotel?
No, he hasn't. Are you going to search his room?
If I could get in there, I would.
And that's why you want the key?
Yes, ma'am.
This is... I have no words. This is why I love this series, it's just so interesting. Oh yeah, and funny thing, I thought the clerk's desk was just a part of the carpet. Alrighty.
What now, monsieur?
I believe Khan, the man with the scar, is also known as Merlin. The man who has taken room 22.
What of it? What do you want?
Access to his room.
Do you have a license, monsieur?
Huh?
A private investigator's license?
Well, not exactly, but I can explain everything.
I am sorry, but without credentials,
Do we still have the
I
card?
cannot help.
No, we don't.
I insist you give me the keys to
excuse
Merlin's
me.
room.
I cannot do that, monsieur.
This guy Merlin is a menace.
So you say, monsieur.
He's not only a danger to society, but to your guests as well. He has toyed with the affections of Lady Piermont.
Ciel, are there no depths to which he will not sink?
Precisely. He's already killed once, twice, maybe as many as 3 times. With your help, I just might be able to stop him.
But what if he finds out I have helped you? No, I cannot do it.
I'd like to retrieve something from your safe.
Ah, oui, monsieur. May I see some form of identification?
Like what?
A driving license, perhaps?
I don't drive.
Your passport?
I don't have it with me. I could show you my operation scar.
I'm sorry, monsieur. I must have some form of unique ID.
You won't find a more unique ID than my scar.
I'm sorry. I must insist on a more traditional identification.
Rats.
Alright. Met the most fantastic and insane English woman, Lady Piermont. She recognised the photo of Khan, but said he claimed to be called Merlin. He's been lying to her, toying with her affections, brave man. She's after revenge. Alright, do we go back to Lady Piermont? Some nice music. I hate to
Hi, there.
disturb her.
Hello, George. What can I do?
I really need that key bad.
I'm not convinced I should help you, darling.
It's next to the room the killer is using.
Ah, so you plan to eavesdrop on Merlin?
I was hoping there might be a connecting door.
Well, how can I refuse? I shouldn't think my feminine charms would be much use in this case, but a good dose of English arrogance might do the trick.
Yes, we're making progress.
I say, you there, Flunky.
Oui, madame.
Listen carefully. You do understand English, don't you?
But of course, madame.
Good. I wish to deposit some jewelry for safekeeping.
I understand.
Are you quite certain?
Oh, bien sûr, madame.
Alright, now we can get the key.
Over to you, my dear.
Okay, quick before he comes back. Alright, I assume it's this one?
The door.
Fucking...
Maybe it wasn't the right room, but this was the right key.
Okay, we're in.
The cabinet was empty, but it smelled of onions. No kidding, it really did.
Only in France will you find cabinets that smell of onions. Fucking hate onions.
There was nothing in the wardrobe apart from a vague, lingering smell of camphor.
Ah, camphor wood. Oh, by the way, guys, while I'm recording this, I have the 70 subscriber special uploading. Just thought I'd throw that out there. Are these the documents that George is looking for? No? Ah, the window. Oh, we're not. We're seriously not. Huh? Damn it. Hey, I'm sorry guys, are you serious? What's that sticking out? Okay, sorry, there's just two rings here, and I don't know what either of them do. Oh, the cabinet over there, like we saw in the other room.
The assassin had been too smart to leave incriminating evidence beside his bed.
Oh, what's with the pillow? Why are you walking to the other side of the bed just to get it?
The bed was freshly made, and the crisp white sheets told me nothing about the killer's habits.
What?
It was the battered leather briefcase I'd seen Plantar carrying just before he died. I searched the interior of the briefcase, but...
Someone's gonna walk in on us, aren't they?
It was empty.
Alright, I guess that's it.
It was Khan. I had the kind of feeling in my stomach that would usually send me running to the bathroom.
That's right, hide. Oh my god, this is unsettling.
As Khan opened the wardrobe, I was sure I was dead. But he grabbed his pants quickly and didn't even see me. I didn't usually spy on men getting changed. But this guy was a killer, and I didn't want any surprises. He left his checkered pants.
Stop talking! Oh my god, that was so intense. I know it was just a cutscene, but still. Okay.
I flipped the pants over. I had that kind of feeling you only get from searching still warm pants. I found nothing in the pocket.
Oh.
I found an ordinary matchbook. No matches, no clues. But as I pulled it from the pocket, a strong thread came with it. A thread with a metal tag on the end. I pulled on the metal tag and the thread came out of the pants. It was like pulling out a ripcord.
Okay, I suppose we're done.
I turned the pants over again. I searched the pocket gingerly and found a pass card. It read, Thomas Merlin, Gruber Electronics Corporation. There was nothing in the pocket. The pocket was empty. I turned the pants over. I turned the pants over again.
Alright, is there anything else of interest there, George?
I turned the pants over again. I turned the pants over again.
You've got issues. Can we walk out safely now? Oh, I really love the visuals of this game. except for the smell of camphor. Excuse me, which I suppose is what is the wood that the wardrobe's made of. Should I? Nah. Okay, I think we better get back up there and search the guy's room again. I suppose there's nothing, perhaps? I think I'm going to return the key back.
What now, monsieur?
Do you recognize this key?
That is the property of the Hotel Ubu.
Correct.
May I ask how it found its way from the little book to your pocket?
Would you believe it was put there by a poltergeist?
Nice one, George.
The hotel is regularly serviced by an exorcist.
Okay.
If we had a ghost, Father Fécond would have flushed it out.
I suppose you want the key back.
Not spécialement. The room is vacant. Since you are so determined to conduct your little investigation, I won't stop you.
Well, it's kind of free at the moment.
Does this pass mean anything to you?
That is Monsieur Merlin's property.
That's right. Merlin the murderer. I want to see what he's left in your safe.
Impossible. I cannot betray his confidence, no matter what you say he's done.
You're making a big mistake.
Maybe. I can live with that. A murderer? Are you sure?
Positive. Does this matchbook mean anything to you?
No, monsieur.
Are you sure you don't want the key back?
No. You keep it until you finish playing detectives.
Dickhead. Alright, I think we have to, do we still have to investigate, Merlin's room?
There was nothing else in the pockets of the killer's pants.
Oh. It's good to know. Let's check the, wardrobe again. Yeah, I am so confused right now.
It was the card I'd found in the hotel bedroom. It read, Thomas Merlin, Gruber Electronics Corporation. The matchbook bore a pattern of swirling color and the words, Club Alamut. It was a key ring bearing one large brass key and a tag which read, Hotel Ubu.
Alright, I think we're done here.
Hold it right there. Search him again, Black.
Nothing, Guido.
Okay, let him go.
Alright, thank you, Waluigi. This is new. I'm not sure I like it here. Hello? Nothing or no one there? Alright, I'll just be on my way then. Can I, like, leave and go to the map? Alright, I don't know where to go. I'm actually kind of terrified now. talk with this guy.
Shorty, I didn't think much of your trick, little man. I don't know what you're looking for, but you picked on the wrong guy. Maybe you'll spread the word around the sewers. George Stobart is on the case. That's Stobart. 2 B's and 2 T's. It sounded impressive to me, but the weasel didn't seem to share my enthusiasm. Still, I figured he'd think twice before gunning me down in the street in cold blood.
I do not like your tone.
Oh yeah? And what are you gonna do about it?
If you do not go away, I will gun you down in cold blood, right here in the street, without thinking twice about it.
Alright.
Get lost, creep.
Oh yeah? And what if I don't? What if I call the cops?
First, I break your arms at the elbows and wrists. Then, when you recover consciousness, I break your fingers.
There's just one flaw in your plans, 8-Man.
What's that?
It's broad daylight. I don't think even you would assault me on a busy street. Of course, this tranquil square at the end of a cul-de-sac. This isolated corner of Paris that hasn't seen a street sweeper's brush since VE Day. This would be just about perfect for a mugging. Pardon me, I'm about to get very lost. Hey, Shorty. Does this matchbook mean anything to you?
It is just a matchbook. Why should I recognize it?
Do you know a guy called Merlin?
No,
What does this key mean to you?
none.
Alright, I suppose we're done. Can I leave now? Please? Fuck it. Again?
Hi, ma'am.
Hello, Joe.
I found this pass in Merlin's room.
So, that deceitful little man is passing himself off as an electrician, is he?
Uh-huh. This guy probably has 1,000,000 faces. I showed the pass to the clerk, hoping he'd give me Merlin's papers, but he wouldn't buy it. He's too scared.
I'll give him something to be scared of. Follow me, George.
She's certainly a very flamboyant type.
Did you place a package from Merlin in the hotel safe?
I did, madame.
And did my friend here show you Merlin's identification?
Indeed he did. But
What's the problem?
he isn't Merlin.
A mere academic detail. Give him the package.
But that is against the law.
I happen to be a justice of the peace, you silly man. I am the law. If he tries anything, shoot him, George.
My pleasure, Lady Piermont.
One moment, please.
Oh my god!
I haven't
We are
enjoyed
so
that
going to hell!
brain in common.
I don't know what I would have done without you, Lady Piermont.
Voilà, monsieur. Le manuscrit de Monsieur Merlin.
Manuscript?
Thanks.
How satisfying. An Anglo-American alliance that actually worked.
The clerk had given me a tightly rolled sheet of parchment. I decided not to unroll it until I was safely back in Nico's apartment.
Why don't we go there? But first we have to get through Wario and Waluigi. And no, I'm not dropping it. That guy in the red
The
hat,
hotel with the manuscript. It was probably what those thugs were looking for.
that guy looks like Waluigi.
It was the ancient manuscript which Khan had stolen from Plantown.
Okay, so
I couldn't leave the hotel with the manuscript. It was probably...
oh, come on. I want to see one of the death scenes in this game. Alright, let's... Don't tell me we have to go out the window. It's kind of a scary thought. The music doesn't help one bit.
levels of the alleyway looked very distant and very hard.
Okay. So it's hard to identify what is and isn't, like... Let's dip back in.
Do you want this manuscript back?
After all the fuss and
Oh, George, you're a dickhead. No, I wanted to tell you about the thugs outside. How am I supposed to get past them?
Hi, ma'am.
Hello.
This is what Merlin was so keen to hide.
Really? Well, that pass for a sample of wallpaper.
It's some kind of manuscript, and it looks to be very old.
If I was you, I'd keep it well out of sight until you're clear of this place.
That's exactly what I was thinking. I could roll it up and put it down my pants.
No, that wouldn't do at all.
Hey, you suggested...
You'd attract far too much attention.
Okay, shit.
Maybe...
God damn it. Oh, I think I know what I have to do. We grab the manuscript and toss it out the window. Okay, grab this and put it...
I knew this was no way to treat an ancient manuscript, but I couldn't let it fall into the hands of the goons waiting outside.
Good thinking, George. Okay, now we go. Finally, I figured out a puzzle without having to click on the hint button. Thanks a lot, Lady Paramount. I owe you one. Actually, no, I owe you two. You've helped us out twice. You're an angel.
hold it right there. Such
Nothing.
okay.
Now we go back to the alleyway and pick up the manuscript.
If the manuscript was what Black and Polito were after...
Ah, that music. I think it means I've solved the puzzle.
I couldn't wait to get back to his apartment to check it out.
Oh, yes. Alright, so George goes back to Nika's apartment.
Hi, how are you?
Oh, hi. Come in, George.
What are you doing to help trace the killer clown?
Research, George.
Yeah? You have a copy of the clown's yearbook?
I have a telephone and lots of contacts.
Oh, well, did you find anything useful?
Not yet. I'm employing my first and most useful weapon.
What's that?
Patience.
Oh, I've heard of that. Isn't it a substitute for decisive thinking? Do you have a boyfriend?
Not anymore. There was someone. A guy in my final year, but it didn't work out. Neither did my degree.
I'm sorry.
I'm not.
Tell me more about your family.
When I was a little girl, I used to spend the winter with my grandfather and grandma. They were the best times. Warm and safe in their tiny cottage. My grandfather rolled cigarettes while grandma made hot chocolate and cakes. One day, he stopped his roll. He put the lid back on his tobacco jar and took me in his arms. I laughed and wriggled, but he hushed me to be silent. With his unshedding chin all scratchy in my ear, he told me his secret.
What did he say?
He said, I don't smoke, which he likes to think I do.
What a weird old man.
Don't call my grandfather weird. He was the nicest guy ever. I wish I was back in that cottage instead of this crummy apartment in this noisy city.
I kind of appreciate the best of both. Alright.
You're just not going to believe what I've found.
It's not another part of the clown's costume, is it?
Even better, Nico.
It's a medieval manuscript. Khan left it in the safe at the Uber.
It's incredible. Is this what he took from Planta?
It could be, which means it's worth enough to kill for.
Look there, two guys on the same horse.
Oh yeah. Maybe they couldn't afford one each. What of it?
Have you ever heard of the Knights Templar? Their official seal was an image of two knights sharing a horse. Whatever this manuscript means, it's connected with the Templars.
How come you know about these knights?
I learned about them while writing an article on the Crusade.
Interesting. So,
This guy, named Hughes the Pagan,
yeah.
arrived one day
What's
at
this?
the court of King of Jerusalem. He offered to protect the Christian pilgrims from the displaced Muslim army. The king would be able to guarantee safe transit to Christians in the Holy Land. Safer journeys meant more pilgrims, and pilgrims meant trade and wealth. The Templars proved invaluable to the king and the mercenary army. It was certainly never outnumbered the enemy numbered, just where they were. And as the years went by, the Templars grew in wealth and numbers. They were so rich, even kings came to them for loans. But at the height of their power, they fell foul of the King of France. He rounded them up and turned them over to the Inquisition. Thousands of Templars were subject to torture and confessed to heresy. Of course, at the end of the Inquisition, there wasn't much they wouldn't confess to. The last Grand Master Jacques de Molay was burned alive.
Jeez. So the treasure is hidden, waiting to be
Discovered?
If there ever was a treasure, it's been lost for 600 years.
Oofed.
Anyway, we're supposed to be investigating a serial killer, not a medieval treasure trove.
But maybe that's what the clown and his accomplices are after. Maybe this manuscript is the key.
You'd better leave it here for safekeeping.
Let's take another look at the manuscript. There's a woman looking at her reflection in a mirror, but the reflection has 3 hideous faces.
She reminds me of the wicked queen in Snow White.
She was the one who said, "Mirror, mirror on the wall," wasn't she? She made me cry so much when I was a kid. Mom carried me out of the movie theater.
She didn't frighten me in the least.
Like I said, I was only a kid. I didn't like the crocodile in Peter Pan either.
Pussy. I didn't cry in any of the Disney movies. Except for the part where Mufasa died. That's the only time I cried.
A knight with a crystal ball. There's something written on the scroll beside the knight.
Yes, but it's written in Latin. Per disciplinam mea lux videris.
By my teachings, you will see the light.
You speak Latin? Where did you learn a trick like that?
A trick? I studied law, okay? I can read Latin.
My, you're touchy. Tell me that again.
There's a guy with a sword and a bull.
The only mythological bull I know of is the Minotaur, but he was only half bull.
I don't think I'd like to be half a bull, even if it was the bottom half.
What's that object between them?
It looks like a gem on top of a tripod. There's a guy working on a loom. He's weaving a carpet or a tapestry.
Or a duvet cover? It's a clue to a place, I reckon. Somewhere famed for weaving and ships.
Where folk live in barrels?
It beats copper boxes. Look there, 2 guys on the same horse. Let's face it, we need help, George. Someone who knows about these things.
Who do you suggest? Indiana Jones?
I know a guy who specializes in medieval studies. His name is Lobino.
Some stuffy old fossil who gets horny over ancient relics, I suppose.
Parfois, how brave and stereotypical professor you have in mind.
Where can I find this Lovino guy?
At the Kron Museum. I'll give you the address.
Alright, cool. Cheers, Nico. I think that'll be it.
Hey, Nico, shake hands with me.
No chance, Buster.
I have to go.
Okay. Don't forget to look for Lobino.
Yeah, I gotcha. Okay. Now we can... Yeah, where do I go? I assume that's it. And that's the museum.
Pardon me.
Oui, monsieur?
Are you Lovino?
Oh, no. Fancy you mistaking me for him.
No, I am the deputy custodian.
But Lavino does work here.
Work? I wouldn't go so far as to call it that. He studies here most days, but as you can see for yourself, not today.
Thanks for your help.
Alright, sorry guys, I'm really tired. And I think I've recorded enough, so thanks for watching guys. If you like what you saw, subscribe to the channel, and don't forget to subscribe to my main channel. And constructive criticism is always appreciated. Till then, have a good one.